ruling against the Texas Children's Hospital for this detransition clinic. Tell us about it.
Well, I think it's one of the most exciting things I've had the opportunity to be a part of. When I started in the Attorney General's office, this whole transgender movement was moving rapidly in a bad way. I came out with an opinion that basically said that transitioning children was child abuse. And then shortly after that, the legislature gave me some authority to stop doctors, which we've sued a lot of doctors and stop them from transitioning children, whether it's through chemicals or through surgery. And then we've also even forced hospitals out of the state who are doing it. And of course, this agreement is with the Texas Children's Hospital, which is in Texas. And I think it's the first of its kind where they not only paid the state and the federal government $10 million, most of that going to the state, but they also agreed to a 5-year deal where they would put together the first, I think, detransitioning unit in the country to help these children for free for the next 5 years, because a lot of these kids don't have a way to pay for it. And a lot of them want to have these things fixed if they can. So I'm pretty excited about it. I hope a lot of other states will follow.
Oh, I think it's amazing, and I just got one question on it. The doctors illegally billing Medicare or Medicaid for this stuff. What are we doing about that?
Yeah, so that was part of what was paid back. They paid the state of Texas back a little over $8.5 million. They paid the federal government back about 1.4 something. So it was a payback plus some penalties, obviously, for overcharging us and for mislabeling their billing. They purposely billed us in a way that wasn't accurate or transparent.
So, Ken, you're in the middle of a Senate race here with James Tallarico. I mean, you've got name recognition, 4 times ran in the state of Texas. You've got to protect the Texas promise. Tell us about that.
Well, so I really felt like Texans, Americans have obviously some financial issues because of the massive inflation that was created during the Joe Biden administration, which affected gas prices, affected housing costs, affected medical costs, affected everything. And so we've offered up a plan that would, one, offer first-time buyers and second-time buyers a $50,000 tax deduction when they're buying a home. Second, we've offered up $25,000 tax deduction for medical expenses, including premiums, and that's for everyone in the family. So people are having trouble paying for the rising cost of medical. This is a way for them to do it, and the government gives you a tax deduction. Third, we have a $5,000 tax deduction for healthy living, which includes sports, children's sports, nutrition programs, even doctor-prescribed GLP-1s, really anything, gym membership, anything that helps you prevent disease, prevent bad things happening in your body, you can deduct. And then finally, really kind of 2 things. The Trump accounts for children, I think, are a great idea. It will help build wealth for children at a young age, and I think we should continue those. And the tax credit, which is now $2,200, which was increased by Donald Trump, we want to double that to $4,400 to help people, families with children.
Well, it sounds like a no-brainer investing in the future of Texans, correct?
Oh, absolutely. And these are things that we want people to do. We want people to buy houses. We know the cost has gone up. We know that compliance costs, we know that all these costs have gone up. And so we're just trying to help people take care of their health, take care of their families, their kids, and give them an opportunity to buy a house.
Hey, as a personal question, are we going to look at anything on property taxes?
You know what? If that's a state issue, and I know we need to get rid of property tax. It's probably, in my opinion, the most important issue in Texas for the Texas government to get rid of. Get rid of property taxes.
Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more there, being a fellow Texan myself. So what does your campaign look like moving forward here? We got about 84 days until the midterm election. Where are you focusing your time? What are you looking at?
So we were traveling the state, rolling out this economic plan last week. We're trying to obviously we were in Allen. We started in Allen, went to Houston. I went to McAllen, and then I went to San Antonio to roll this out. Right now, we're continuing that message, but obviously we got to raise money. I was 3 months behind because I had a runoff, and my opponent was able to raise $30 million, and I had zero when we started June. So in order to get the message out about this guy being a socialist Democrat, we need resources. So I'm encouraging everybody to go to kenpaxton.com and help me, because right now he's been spending about $3 million a week for the last 4 or 5 weeks trying to tell people he's a moderate Democrat when every single position he's ever had, whether it's related to the oil and gas industry or whether it's related to cattle and climate change, whether it's related to taxes, everything that he believes is very similar to Mondani. He's a socialist Democrat, but he's not running that way because he knows that Texas won't vote for him.
Well, we've watched him. He was a vegan, and then he was eating ribs, and now he's driving a Ram pickup truck, and he's some kind of farmer with a half 5 o'clock shadow beard and 6 genders and God's binary. And
you know what he really does?
What's that?
His job is a state rep, right? $600 a month.
Right.
But he also works for a consulting firm, Maya Consulting, which advises school districts on DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. So he's a consultant for them. That's how he makes his money, and that is all funded by taxpayer money. And he also tried to pass a bill that would have required school districts to offer up diversity training and to offer up some of these programs that his company provides. So it's interesting. That is his job, DEI consultant.
Well, I have to think his platform writes the ads for you. So once again, Ken, how can people help? How can they find you? Where can they go?
KenPaxton.com. We need everybody's help. If we get conservative, we get Republicans out to vote, we get people that have common sense out to vote, we will have an overwhelming victory. But if people are apathetic, which happens a lot in Republican states when you've got good Republican leadership, in the states that are Republican, like Michigan, that don't have good Republican leadership, Republicans are motivated. But we need to motivate the Republicans in this state, because if they don't vote, we can't hold the state, we'll lose the U.S. Senate, and we'll lose the state of Texas.
Well, I know one thing. I know you're a fighter, and we could certainly use you in the Senate. So thank you for taking the time today, sir.
Thank you. Have a great week. I appreciate you having me on.
No problem. Hey, there you go. Attorney General Ken